Alrighty, welcome to what is technically a brand new section where we're going to work with some CSS to make our content look a little bit more presentable. And what I want to do in this video is to create a layout where we're going to have basically a sort of a 2x3 setup where we're going to have 3 rows and then we'll have 2 columns. So in the very first row, we'll have 2 posts. The next row will have 2 posts, and then the final row will have the last 2 posts. So to do this, let's go ahead and inspect my element, and I'm going to jump to the very top, the main div, which is, let me just do this again, inspect element. Okay, here we are. Div ID, custom posts page. Let's go ahead and add some code in here. So first thing I'm going to do is to give a set width of 1150 pixels, and then I will give a margin of 0 and then auto so as to try and center the text. Okay, looks already a little bit better. Good. Next, we now be to target the post classes themselves. So I'm going to come over here where we have the custom post class, and what I'm going to do is to simply say width will be 49%. And then to display, let's go and say inline block. There you go. All right, so we've achieved the 2x3 setup as you can see right now. However, we do have a bit of an issue because the very second post is a little higher than the first one. So that's kind of like disturb the alignment. But don't worry, this will be fixed as we progress. The next thing I want to do is to create some space at the bottom right here. You can see that our text is a bit too close to the footer. So let's add some padding to the main div itself. So let's go back to, where would you have it? The custom posts page. And then in here, I'm going to say padding and then bottom. And let's go with 40 pixels. 40 pixels. Okay, this looks already a lot better. Nice. And then finally, let's change the font family and the font style for our paragraph tags inside of our post class. So let's do this. Custom post class, custom dash post, and then we're going to target the p tags inside of them. So we're going to say font family. Font family is going to be Montserrat. I have decided to go with Montserrat because I like Montserrat. And then the font weight, we're going to give it a weight of 300, make it a little bit lighter. And there you have it. Okay. And as you can see right now, the alignment has been fixed as a result of the fact that we've changed the font family and the font weight of our text. It's funny how the simplest of changes to your CSS can make such huge differences. All right, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead now and go to my style.css file. This is where we're going to be making the changes. Oops, let me just try to save that again. Establish connection to my web server. Okay, so connection has been established. Now in here on line 617, just above where we have the add media screen and main width of 37.5 EM, this is for the responsive design. So at the very end in here, I'm just going to add some text and say, oh no, this is incorrect. Let's start from the end here. Let's say custom CSS. Let's close our comments. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and paste what I have. So let's make sure that is correct. Custom post P, Montserrat 300 for the 9%. And this looks good. Let's save this. And now let's go back to Firefox. Let's refresh the page and make sure that the changes have taken effect. And there you go. The changes have taken effect. Now, make sure that you have all sorts of caching disabled. All right. One of the biggest problems with working with CSS is that if you have a web browser or if your web server is caching any of your data, you will have difficulty seeing your changes take effect. So make sure if you have any caching plugins, make sure you disable them. If you have any sort of caching system from your web hosts, make sure it's disabled, and also make sure to clear your caches. Your web browsers are cache as well if you want to see your changes take effect immediately. All right, so that's it for the very first class here with CSS. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.